Okay, we're back on. So I want to introduce you guys to Jodie. Some of you would have met Jodie last week on our vlog. Jodie's been working in the industry for 10 years, has been a chief stew for the past 2 years, and now does freelance work on the yachts. And we are joining forces as such because we have passion for the industry, as well as we want to see you guys thrive and enjoy the industry as much as we've had. But we're going to be very honest with you. We've had our struggles and our challenges, but because of our experience, we'd like to share how we overcame those particular struggles. So Jodie is writing a book at the moment, and it will be released in September, and it's called The Yachting Mentality. So this book is designed and created with a lot of love and thought, and what Jodie wants to do is share her experiences and help you guys succeed in the industry. So we're going to spend the next couple of weeks chatting about some core issues that we have personally experienced, and then we're going to put on a webinar on our final session where you guys can come and join us and ask any questions that you might have, and we'll do our best to support you. So over to Jodie. Hi, Jodie.
Hello, how are you? Thank you.
So, the topic that we're going to discuss today is tips to prepare and handle emotional challenges in the industry. So maybe Jodie, if you can start off telling us what some of those emotional challenges that you experienced, and share some of the tips that you have gained as a result of that particular experience.
I would say your biggest emotional challenges are, being away from friends, from family, working a long time, like with no days off and no time for yourself to do the things you enjoy. Yeah, and just missing lots of events and things happening at home, weddings, birthdays, not being able to plan for stuff. And I think that can become really hard. It can lead to depression. You feel lonely and all kinds of emotions. And I think some tips for getting through that is, to before you go into it, realize, just put your personal life on hold, and that you're going to miss out on a lot of things, and you're here to work, and you're going to be working every holiday mostly, and it's the needs of the boat come first. And then if there's time, you can do something you like or travel or have a break. But sometimes you're going to go long periods of time with no break, but it's worth it. But you have to always remember that, and that it's part of the industry, and put things in perspective and stay centered as much as you can, and non-reactive to what's happening or what you're going through, and calm, as much as you can. Stay calm and practice gratitude. Start, thinking about, I realized, like, in challenging times, I would always just start thinking about things I was grateful for, the experience and the things that I was doing and people I was meeting, and just start appreciating it. When things were tough, I would always leave the boat and like go sit somewhere like at a hotel pool or something, and I would like listen to these people like talking about how they were just in this place for 2 weeks and they have to go back to work, and here I am thinking, wow, like, living and working here, I've been here for months, and these people, like average people, they can barely afford to come here, and it's like for 2 weeks. So just start to realize,
and what happened,
look at the positive aspect.
Yeah, because gratitude and appreciation is very powerful in shifting negative thoughts or feelings. So what happens for you when you practice gratitude? Do you have a ritual, or how do you do it?
I would write a list first thing when I woke up. I would write a list, and like throughout the day, I would just say to myself and remind myself, that I was lucky to having the experiences that I was, even though it was not very nice and there was some not nice people. But I would just try to put it in perspective, and what I was going to do afterwards, and future, and what I was doing, where it could lead me. And so I think there's a lot of benefits to it as well, so that people don't realize. And yeah, I think that's what I would recommend. And just having your support system, if you can, of friends and family. Talk to them when you have the chance, and Skype with people and stay in contact as much as you can. And
it's true, like when you mentioned about the gratitudes, one of the boats that I worked on, the captain was very, very difficult to work with and very volatile, which put us on edge 24/7. We were in the shipyard, so we were staying at lodges and then would walk to the boats in the morning. So every morning when we're walking, we'd each say a gratitude, and it literally transformed things. Like, he never became an issue again. Like, the
Really?
atmosphere was so much more relaxing just because of our rich morning ritual. And as we're walking for 25 minutes, we would like name everything that we were grateful for at the time. And it worked. It really worked.
Really cool. That's amazing. Yeah, it's really powerful, they say.
Mm,
And I see it. I'm like, oh, okay. Like yeah, it works. Like I recommend that highly to anybody that's struggling. Just start
mm,
that because the energy shifts.
mm.
Definitely.
And for those who are new to the industry and don't really might not understand the concept of the yacht comes first, no matter what. So, just to give them a bit of perspective on what that means and what that looks like. So, when you talk about events, say if your sister's getting married or your brother is getting married, and you put in leave for it, what could happen? Like, yeah, what comes from that?
Yeah. It's not guaranteed. Like if the boss comes, the boss comes and you have to work. Like that's it. Like I
Mm,
know people and they had a wedding planned and the boss came the day of their wedding. You know what? They had to work. And that was the day of their wedding. So they had to compromise and reschedule and yeah, it was crazy. And he knew for a while that they were getting married and he just showed up the day that they were supposed to get married.
oh my
He's like, nope, want to go out today. So I had to work, and they do. And that stuff will happen. Like you can plan for something and you can be in the middle and you have to go back. Like it's just
Yeah.
unexpected. You don't know what's going to happen when. The boat can sell at any minute and then you're out of a job. Like it's just a
Mm,
lot of unexpected things. And you have to be
mm,
able to go with the flow and
mm,
handle whatever comes up with a
mm,
smile and not complain and like,
mm,
okay, we can do this, we can do that. Like nothing's impossible. Like you have to make it happen.
mm,
Be creative. You come up with a solution.
mm.
You gotta think on your feet. You have to get good
Yeah,
at that because there's a lot of it in this industry.
yeah. Which is interesting because there's a lot of strength in this industry in terms of developing your suite of emotional intelligence skills or your soft skills and your character. Because a lot of people find it
Mm-hmm.
difficult to find when they leave yachting positions on land. And like all these skills that you're talking about right now, like thinking, being flexible, adaptable, thinking on your feet, being creative, finding solutions to problems, like this is really put in the line of fire in terms of exercising these skills. And I think when you leave the
Yeah.
industry, it's so important to be mindful and recognize what you have achieved and the obstacles that you have overcome, and translate that into um, a position that you're seeking to fulfill.
Exactly. Like I think it's really valuable. Like I learned more in my years yachting than I think I did at college because it just I say it gives you like a PhD in life because it does
Mm,
prepare you for all these things, how to deal with people, how to deal with challenges, how to deal with unanticipated situations and
mm,
yeah, it gives you a lot of strength that when I go back into the real world and I observe other people working and living and I'm just like, huh, like I think it gives you
mm,
like an edge almost like
mm,
you have this eye for detail and organization and like you think about it you're working for the world's most successful people so you pay attention like you can learn from them you can observe things and
mm, mm. Absolutely, yeah,
I,
yeah, that's
when
great.
you go back
Yeah.
life is easier I think after yachting because you just endure so much and then you come back
Mm.
into life and it's like oh that's easy I can handle that it
Yeah,
gives you a lot of endurance and
yeah, absolutely.
it does. Like nothing bothers you anymore because you've just been living with people who are like bullying you and like yelling at you, and then people become upset with you later, and you're like, okay, whatever, it doesn't bother you.
Mm,
But
you're right.
still
Yeah,
unfortunate, but
yeah. But you
you
got to
can
look at
get through it.
the
It's
positive.
life. It
Yeah,
happens.
No, you're right.
Yeah, and it happens in every industry. It's not just us,
Yeah.
every job I've had and people I know that do other things, they have similar experiences. So they'll
Mm,
have people they don't like that they work with, they don't get along with, and
mm.
the only thing in yachting is you're living with them. You don't go home, but
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but definitely, but it builds your resilience, and that is an important a skill to master is resilience. Mm.
yes, yeah, just pick yourself up and keep going. Not get affected. Don't take things personally, and
Yeah. No, yeah.
yeah,
Um,
be really good at the job. And
yeah.
oh,
Right,
it's
that was
frozen.
great. So we are, I think, we're at week 2. So we've got another 3 more vlogs that we're going to do. But just to remind you guys that the last one will be a webinar, so you can come and join us and share your experiences or any thoughts and ideas that you may have. Okay, see you.